I'm recording this meeting, just so you know, and I will upload it to YouTube later for you to see. So if you want to start the Q&A now, it is also okay. Do you have any questions that you want me to answer you before we start the presentation? TF, Alex?
No questions.
Okay. Okay, so there's 2 more minutes before we begin. We're low now. Alex, now you can talk freely.
Yes.
because we're alone now. Just you.
Yes. So are you recording it?
Yes, I am recording, yes.
So I better not say anything that could be misinterpreted later.
Nah, it's a private webinar. It's for nobody to see. I will send you the link. It's a private link. It cannot be found on YouTube.
Ah, okay.
It's unlisted video. Yeah. Boom.
So are you going to wait for more listeners, viewers, or what?
We'll begin. Maybe somebody will join later. Okay. It's a 10-minute presentation, and we'll be following with the Q&A.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna start in 30 seconds.
Okay. Your kid is crying.
Ah, yes. No.
Is it a boy or a girl?
This one is a boy.
Ah, how many have you got?
I have 2. One is 10 months old. So it's like
okay.
Feeding time. Which you said you have children?
Yes, that's what my passport says.
Yes, the passport. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Always.
I'm going to. Okay, you're going to mute yourself.
Okay.
You're anxious. So, welcome to the webinar. Hi, my name is Alex, and I was born in Russia, and I spent there first 10 years of my childhood. Back in the year 1990, I saw my first computer, and back then, behind the Iron Curtain, there was no computers, there was no gaming systems, so the version of Atari that was available there, it was a Radio Shop do-it-yourself project. So in the summer of 1999, my dad, who was an electronic engineer, built by himself a system from the electronics shop parts. It was a big machine with big metal buttons that had analog audio tape that was recorded with a software, loading the software inside this machine. And I spent many hours on that machine just learning how it operates, and then playing video games as I was about 7 years old, till I was like 10 years old. So I had lots of fun, and I played so vigorously that sometimes my fingers would just hurt from hitting those hard buttons. In year 92, we relocated to Israel, and then we got our first real computer. And since then, for about 30 years till now, I am a video gamer, and I am playing whatever games that I have my hands on. Recently, I also became husband and a father, and I still enjoy playing video games whenever I can. So in today's masterclass, we are going to show you 3 simple steps how you're going to crush your parenting in 2019, and how you're going to give your child wellness and health when they're playing video games. We'll cover 3 topics today. How do we leverage gaming as a learning tool? How we manage our learning and fun activities? And how do we manage our mind and body activities? So for now, I would like you all to mute yourself and hold the questions until the end. And you can write them in the chat window, so I will try to answer them all in the end. So I'm trying to guess why you joined today's. Maybe because you have a situation at home that your child is playing video games and you see this barrier, a wall of understanding that is growing each day. And on the other hand, you would like to regain your bond back with your child and be involved in their lives once again without that barrier, and even remove that barrier for the generations. So the first story I would like to tell you is how I used to play video games and what did I learn from that. I was playing a lot of car driving video games, and I was, at the beginning I was bad, so I was practicing a lot by myself, and I was practicing with my friends, I was practicing with my father, I was practicing against the computer, and most of the times at the beginning I was losing the games, but as the time progressed, I learned my lesson. I learned to anticipate the route. I learned to remember the turns. I learned the physics of the driving and the handling of the machine. I learned the best strategies to outperform the other players. And I increased my motor skills and reaction time. So it all deems in the end, because when I had my real driving lessons, I took the minimum driving lessons and I passed since the first test. What does it teach us? The games are fun, and they also teach us a lot of practical skills in the real life. So I would like you to take an action with your child. So take a look at the games that your child is playing. This sector required skills that they are using. Discover the digital project is teaching your child some skill. So let's say if it's a driving game, so maybe he's studying driving. If it's some other game, like say Minecraft, he's learning basic calculus, so say counting blocks. If they're playing Fortnite, they're learning to manage their resources, be smart with their money, yes? So they need to find materials and build their fortifications with that, okay? So this is how you take the games and you leverage as learning. Another story was that I was looking at other players play and watch them do this amazing sessions of video gaming, and it's so easy came to them. So I thought, well, I can do it. It's no problem. I just gonna start the game, and I'm going to do all those difficult things. So I had a false sense of power. So and I many times I failed, and most of the times I was a bit angry. But I thought, hey, I can do it again. I can try, and I can improve myself. So this fun activity has brought me to this paradigm in my life. If I fail, I must try again. So the video games is teaching you to try again and do not take failure as an end of everything, but take the failure, learn what came to be to that failing point, and improve on that point later. So the action that I would like you to take with your child is sometimes your child will be watching video games on YouTube, or maybe his friends, or maybe on some other streaming platform, and he will be consuming hours and hours of video, but actually not joining the game. Maybe have the game installed, but he never touches it, maybe tries and just uh, loses his patience after his first failure. Um, so what I would like you to do is to start playing together from the beginning, from the basic levels. And if you fail, try to replay the moves with a conversation. And that conversation will be an exercise both for the child, how to speak his feelings and his thoughts, and also he will be able to analyze his failures. What did he do good? Can he improve? And how to take corrective action to success. So also in some games, the players must interact with the other players. So it teaches them social skills, how to talk to players, how to be a team player, how to ask help from others. All of this you can extract from playing video games, step at a time with your child together, and not make them procrastinate on their failure and become a successful person in the end of their life. Also, I would like you to consider this thing. How do we manage our mind and body activities? Each video game lesson should be complemented by a healthy eating, an exercise routine, and a mindful rest. So I was into sport since 7 years old. My father insisted on taking me to a martial arts class, and this is what I'm doing until today. I pick a martial arts class and not just sitting in front of the computer. So I like to sit in front of the computer and play video games sometime 5 hours a day when I was young, but we had this routine. 2 times a week, we're doing martial arts class. And if we don't have martial arts class, so at least we take 2 to 3 times walk around the neighborhood in the week. About, I don't know, maybe 5 kilometers walk 2-3 times a week. So just to relax the mind after the studying, after the video gaming. Yes. So first of all, this habit will teach your child to relax their mind, because when you're doing physical activities, the mind is processing the data as a background activity. And they will be rested and they will understand the material if they're studying better. So what I would like you to do as a parent you should choose an activity that both you and your child enjoy. Engage in it weekly. Make a meal plan. Remove the snacks and the sugar from their room and from their diet. Research together how clean eating works. Take some 2 mile, 5 kilometers walk in the evening together, just to vent the day, just to talk to each other, ask them not how was school, fine, and that's it. That's the end of the conversation, and bring back the bond that you have with your child. Why I am doing all this? Our children will be joining the workforce in the year 2030 or 2040 maybe. It depends how old they are now. And we are facing now a new reality. It's called the e-sport. And it's a growing industry that produces about $150 billion in revenues in worldwide, and it's growing every year. So just to give you a taste, the latest Independent Games League first prize was $250,000, and the previous League of Legends prize pot was $25 million. Actually, now there's a 17-day event of esport that is called the Intel Extreme Masters, and it's a games-based event. Tens of thousands of viewers. You can watch it now on YouTube. Today is 25th of December 2018. So what I'm offering today is to join the digital product that I am promoting now, called the Digital Parenting Blueprint, or how to grow esport athletes of tomorrow. So in about 5 to 10 years, when the esport will be watched on the same level as traditional sport, it will require an inspiring personality to look up to. The esport will require the esport athletes, the gamers, commentators, coaches, mentors, public speakers, and more. Whatever you can think about traditional sport, it applies. So the esport is the first true equality platform. There's no physical strength involved. It's not relevant. The gender has no absolute advantage. The video games are now norm. It's no longer just for the nerdy kids. 80% of the children that are born in the year 2000 and onwards are playing video games, and it's okay. And they're competing with their classmates, and they're creating a life friend globally. So maybe they're playing their friends from, I don't know, France and Germany and Iraq, and they're talking to all these people and bringing closer the global community. In this course, there's 6 video parts. First is how to reboot your parenting model, how to leverage your gaming as a learning tool, what we see today, how to get value from fun activities, and also talk today, how to leverage on failure, and how to manage our mind and body activities, and how to crush our digital enemies. Now I'm taking a small group of people to take them through this process, and this course, if you take a private mentor, would cost you about $200. If it was a gaming coach, for like $10 to $50 an hour. And this product is now sold for $99, but during this webinar, you can buy it for only $27, $27.99. Also, if you order now, I would give you a one-on-one call when you buy the course at your convenient time. And I'm also giving you a chance to reboot your bond to your child. And you can test this program for just 30 days and get your money back for guaranteed. You will be joined a Facebook group of like-minded individuals that will help you to go through this process. There will be 6 video modules accompanied with an exercise, and we will have you accountable to those lessons. We will have 7 weekday email support. We'll have the private Facebook group. You'll have the 6 module videos, and we will try to help you to achieve your goal about rebooting your child bond. Okay, so I'm adding the link now in the chat box. And if you like, you can go and watch this. So that's okay. This is what I was going to tell you. And now if you have questions, please unmute yourself and ask me any question you would like. Yes, Alex. Now maybe you have some more questions.
So far, it's pretty clear to me. So,
what do you think about the program?
Sorry?
What do you think about the program?
I'm looking forward to seeing all the episodes.
Okay. So I gave you a taste of the 3 episodes now. What do you think about the importance of learning in video games?
Well, I'm basically not familiar with that area. I'm not a gamer myself.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Are your kids playing games, video games?
Yeah, mostly what they download from the Google Play or Apple Store.
Yes.
Those kinds of simple games. Nothing major.
Okay, but do they spend like 5 minutes and they forget about it, or they playing considerable amount of time?
It depends. On weekends, they can spend a lot of time playing those games.
So do you fight? Do you say stop? Do you limit the time?
Yeah, I'm trying to use those applications which limit their gaming time, the access to the smartphone, to iPad, those kind of things. Trying to make them busy with other stuff apart from games, going out instead of staying inside and playing.
So
nothing fancy.
Yeah, but do you go and play with them? Do you take them walking? Do you take them to?
Yeah, sure. Take them out to the movies, museums.
But do they do like sport activity with you?
Not really.
They don't like.
I used to do some sports, but it's been quite a while since I did it last.
Okay, like my father is 62 years old, and I think you are a bit younger than that, and he still does it.
Yeah, just that Uh, there is not enough time for everything. That's the main problem.
Okay, so
Yeah,
how long do you think it takes? It's about like an hour a week, maybe 2 hours a week.
yeah, you're right, but it depends on the kind of the activity. If it's just, I mean, on the weekends, that yeah, it's possible. But girls, they are usually less uh, likely to engage in a sports activity than boys. So it's a little bit harder.
Maybe they have an online game. You say you don't have enough time. You're commuting to work
Yeah.
several hours. No.
Yes, it takes approximately 3 hours a day.
Hmm. So when you come home, they already sleeping.
Not always, but I have, let's say, an hour or maybe 2 hours to help them with their homework
Hmm.
and have dinner together, and basically that's it.
Okay, so I know some fathers take online gaming and they play with their children when they're at work. Um, you know, making sessions while they're online with their children, and then they can have a shared conversation about it in dinner time, and it goes more than did you do your homework, how was school, and it lights up the dinner conversation. Would you be open to try this?
Eh, I don't know. They play more simple kinds of games, not something sophisticated.
Okay, maybe you can start a new game that both of you would like. That there's an online option.
Eh, I should check that. I'm not sure if that's my cup of tea, but I can try it.
There's lots of options. It's maybe not like a game like jumping ropes. Maybe it could be a puzzle game. It could be some kind of building game like Minecraft, so you can build together stuff. Or maybe coding lessons. There's
Uh,
lots of options, not only Candy Crush, right?
yeah, I don't know. They're into those a little somewhat silly games like you know painting nails and painting a making up your face, that kind of stuff.
Okay, but esport is for everybody. You can teach them that there are lots of fun things, not just the girly things. You can show them car games. So driving the car is for everybody, right? So maybe shooting is not for everybody, but let's say driving cars, or maybe solving puzzles like in Minecraft and building. Um, so, okay, it's just an option. You can try whatever option you think it's possible for you. Yes.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
but if you have a great conversation in the evening and your children bond is on fire, it's okay. So you don't need to upgrade it. But I'm saying there's an option now for them to grow in this area and become a professional esport player of the future. So if now children in 16 years old are making millions, so they can be making those millions like in 6 years, right? Because the millennials who was born in the 80s are now the ones that hosting those events and playing those events, and they have children of their own that they are maybe 5-10 years old, and they will be coming on their footsteps, right? So just for your ears, so the esport and basketball gaming in the past year was about the same revenue level, and they are almost already surpassing the Hollywood in the revenues. So this is where the workforce is going, the entertainment workforce. So it's an opportunity. You don't have to follow it, but it could be a great opportunity.
So who's earning those millions? I mean, the developers, the companies that produce those games?
No, the gamers.
The gamers themselves?
Yeah, the people that play the game. Because the developers, they just deliver a platform, right? But whoever uses this platform for entertainment, right? There's the ones that making the millions, right? Not the cable company that provides you the cable to home, but the Netflix and the video episodes makers. They're the ones that making money, the ones that using the infrastructure. So now the infrastructure is video games and internet streaming, but it's just infrastructure. It doesn't make almost any revenues. And most of the revenues comes from people coming to those events, paying tickets, buying merchandise of the gamers, of the teams. They're the ones, like basketball players. Whoever comes to the games, the club makes the money, not the people who built the gym, right?
I see. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Alex. It was very useful. Hope to see you soon again.
In 2 weeks, I will be doing another webinar. Yes.
Okay.
Come back later.
So see you then.
See you.
Not to mention seeing you tomorrow at work.
Yes, you can come and ask me questions.
Okay. Likewise.
Good. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.